Hello and welcome to this practice. My name is Peter and this is Happy Hips. So if you've got some hips that need a little love, this is the practice for you. Let's begin. All right, are you ready? Let's start in downward facing dog. Come on. And we'll start with the knees bent and let your hips move side to side. I like to bend one knee and then the other. Stretch the fingers. Maybe you bend both knees at the same time on the inhale, and then straighten the legs, exhale. Two more like that. Inhale, bend the knees, and exhale, straighten. One more time. Inhale, and exhale. We'll step the left foot outside the left hand, and they think of this as the best stretch ever. I've heard it called many times. So reach your left arm up, big stretch, and then exhale, left hand down. Just like that again. Inhale, left arm up, big stretch, lean back. Exhale, left hand down. Three more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog. Second side. Right foot outside the right hand. Right arm up, inhale, lean back. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right hand down. Three more times. Inhale. And exhale. Eyes follow the hand. Two more times. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog. Knees down, hips back, child's pose. But for this one, we'll leave the toes tucked under and push through your hands and think about widening the sitting bones. So widening the tops of the thigh bones out into the left and to the right. You can let it wiggle a little bit side to side for 3. Breathe for 2. And 1. We'll rise to all fours, hands and knees. And you're going to lift your left knee up to the left. And for a moment, tap the knee to the upper arm. And then open the hip up and over to the right. And look over your right shoulder for that left foot. Again, inhale, left to left, nice and high. And then exhale, left over to the right. Push the foot. 3 more. Inhale. And exhale. Follow that breath. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Left to left. And then slowly set it down. Right into the second side. Right knee lifts up nice and high. And then open it over to the left. Inhale, right to right. Exhale, right to the left. Look to the left. 3 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Right to right. Inhale. Right knee down. Exhale. Child's pose. I don't know about you, but I'm already feeling those hips fire up. Let it wiggle a little bit. And then we'll come to all fours. And this is super simple, but it feels so nice. Step your left foot outside the left hand, and then just make some big circles around that hip. And you can lift the foot, you can straighten it out. I want you just to kind of move intuitively into that left hip. And when you feel something that feels really nice and deep, just breathe into that. Maybe you even let that hip open. Let curiosity, let sensation move you. And if something feels wrong or painful, change that, okay? This is never about pain. Yoga is a wonderful place for us to explore discomfort safely, but not pain, okay? So learn to discern the difference in your body between those two. Last couple of breaths. And then slowly, left arm up. Bring your left hand behind the head and then lean back. Push into the right arm. You can stay here. Maybe you want to push the left hand into the left leg. Breathe, open the heart, open the hip. Last 3. Breathe for 2. And slowly left hand down. Bring that left knee back. And we'll come right into the second side. Right foot outside the right hand. And then move it around. Circles side to side. You can even close your eyes here. So we're not worried about what it looks like, but how does it feel? They say that the hips hold so much of our emotion, so much of our past, and that it can take a lifetime of yoga to undo all the doing in our lives. That the hips hold all of our heartache, all of our loss, all of our challenges. So it can take a lot to work into them. Good, and then we'll reach that right arm up. Hand behind the head, lean back a little bit. Stay here, right hand to the inner right thigh. I like to roll to the outer edge of my foot and then push the hip away. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. And then slowly come back. And we'll come to all fours, back to child's pose. A deep breath in and a full breath out. Rise to all fours, downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, send the hips up, and reach your left leg to the sky. Bend your knee, open the hip, push the earth away, lift the knee even higher. And how about a few big hip circles? First go in one direction, and then change direction. Just 3 circles each way. Good. Left leg straight back. And now we're going to cross the left ankle outside the right thigh in front. So like figure 4. And then start to walk the hands back to your right leg. So it should look like this. Okay? And then slowly we'll start to bend the right knee. Fingertips to the earth if that's possible. Otherwise, elbows to the shins. Sink the hips back. Lift the collarbones. And stay here for 5 breaths. Another option is to wrap the arms around the shin and get longer through the spine. This is a really nice hip opener. Keep flexing the left toes in towards the shin. 2 more big breaths here. 1 more big breath. Okay, look forward. We'll keep the shape. Walk the hands forward to downward facing dog. Now let's try a vinyasa with the leg like this. Inhale to plank pose. And then exhale, lower halfway down. Keep the knee off the earth if you can. Up dog. That's a nice groin opener. And then exhale back. Down dog. Left leg to the sky. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. How was that? Left foot down, right leg up. Bend your knees, stack the hips. And then take those big hip circles here. Big, big, big hip openers. Change directions. Good. Right leg up. And then once again, we'll cross the right ankle just above the knee. Flex the toes. Walk the hands back. Start to bend the left knee. Sink the hips back. Heart forward. Fingers can be on the earth or maybe elbows to thigh. Breathe here. Get longer. Flex the toes. Oh, that feels so good. Breathe here for 5. And for 4. You doing it? For 3. Last 2. And 1. Now keep the shape. Hands down. Downward facing dog. Let's try that vinyasa again. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog, right leg to the sky. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Right foot to the earth. Reach your left leg up. We'll step the left foot forward. Pivot your right heel down for warrior 2. So actually think about here in this warrior two, opening this knee, back leg strong, sink deep into the hips, arms wide. Sink a little deeper, lengthen through the fingertips. Flip your left hand, reverse your warrior, inhale. Stay for the exhale. Back to warrior two, and take a side angle pose. And you can let the elbow rest on the knee, or your fingertips can be on the earth. And maybe you take a half bind, right hand behind the back to the inner left thigh. Let the left thigh bone draw down and in as you turn the heart open. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. One more big breath. Come all the way up, warrior 2. Straighten the left leg, triangle pose. So reach long, forward and down. Expand through the arms and look up. Two more big breaths here. Look down. And we'll circle both hands down. Shorten your stance a little bit. This is pyramid pose. So this feeling of pulling that left thigh bone up and in as you bow forward over the straight left leg. And then this gentle feeling of wrapping the left hip back. Now you can stay here for about 5 breaths or revolved triangle. So for a revolved triangle, you'll rise up to your fingertips for a little more length. And then left hand, left hip, turn your heart to the left. Left arm up. This is a big stretch for the IT band and also the outer hip. So wrap left hip back, right hip forward. Maybe you look up. Breathe for 3. Turn the whole heart up. Breathe for 2. One more big breath. And slowly watch the left hand lower. Deepen your fold. Look forward. Step the right foot a bit further back. Down dog, left leg to the sky. Bend your knee, open your hip again. You can stay here or slowly flip your dog over for wild thing. This isn't going to work for everybody, but if you're comfortable here, go for it. And then lift the pelvis up so there's a feeling of a back bend. Open that chest for 3. Push the earth away for 2. And come all the way back. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in through your nose. And open mouth. All right, knees down, hips back. We'll take a pit stop in child's pose. Turning the palms up. And just right here, think of somebody in your life who you love dearly. Picture them happy and healthy and free. One more big breath. Palms down. Once again, we rise to all fours, downward facing dog. Let's try the second side. Reach your right leg to the sky and softly step your right foot forward, spin the back heel down. Arms up, warrior 2. Sink into the hips, gaze steady. This right thigh bone descends down and the thigh bone spins away. Back leg strong like you're trying to rip the mat in half, and this thigh bone spins in. Reach long through the arms. Flip your right hand, reverse warrior, inhale. Stay for the exhale. Back to warrior 2, side angle pose. Elbow to thigh, left arm diagonal. Good, you can stay here or fingertips to the earth. Maybe a half bind if it feels right for you. Stay with it. 2 more big breaths, the eyes focused, the mind clear and totally present. 1 more big breath. Rise back up, warrior 2. Straighten your right leg, triangle pose. So adjust the stance a little bit. I shorten maybe 2 inches, and then reach forward, 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 out and down. Elongate, expand. So now this right thigh bone is spinning gently out as the left thigh bone spins in. Turn the gaze, turn the heart up. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. One more big breath. Now watch the left hand circle down, hands down, shorten the stance. So we try to square off the hips here a bit. Look forward, inhale. Deepen your fold, exhale. Now the feeling of wrapping that right outer hip back and in. So pulling energetically the right foot up off the floor. That's the sensation. Now you can stay here or rise to left fingertips, right hand to your right hip, turn your chest to the right, and then right arm up. This is your revolved triangle yoga pose. Right hip draws in. This feels so nice for me. I hope it does for you. It's a deep pose, so be patient with it as well. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. One more big breath. Now watch the right hand lower. Deepen your fold. Say, look forward. Again, step that left foot back a little further. Downward facing dog, right leg to the sky. Bend your knee, open your hip, and if you'd like, carefully flip your dog over for your wild thing. If this doesn't work again, ditch it. Stay with that open hip down dog. Lift the hips, lift the pelvis, push the earth away for 3. Grip with the left fingertips, 2. One more big breath. Bring it all the way back. Downward facing dog. A deep breath in through your nose. Big open mouth sigh. Almost there. Left leg to the sky. And we'll come into a half pigeon pose. So you'll bring that left shin forward. So your left knee next to the left wrist. Slide the right toes back. And for some of us, this is a pretty deep pose. So be patient. Another option is to lay on your back and take figure 4. But if this is okay, take a moment here. Adjust the hips, adjust the pelvis. And you can always bring this left heel a little closer to your pelvis. For a more deeper expression, we bring this left shin towards parallel with the front edge of the mat. Okay? You can stay on your fingertips or slowly, leading with your heart, start to lower down to the elbows and forearms. We've got about 7 breaths here. This is your half pigeon pose or Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. Breathing in and out through the nose. See if every exhale you can let go a little bit. All the tension in the hips from our movements, our walking, our running, our biking, our sitting, all these can create tension. So every exhale, see if you can release a little bit. Getting longer from the crown of the head to the right big toe. Find that long line. Imagine you're being pulled gently by strings in both directions. That left hip going back and the right hip going forward. Last few breaths here. Melting into the earth. One more breath. Great. Walk your hands in. Downward facing dog. We'll come back. And you can just pedal out the legs here, or if you'd like, you're welcome to wash it through a vinyasa. Good. Second side, the right leg to the sky. And then slowly your right shin forward. So right ankle next to the left wrist as much as you're possible. Slide the left toes back. Let the hips take their time as they settle down. Broaden through the collarbone. So there's a sense of cobra pose or up dog in the chest. So lift up, roll back. Slowly being patient with the hips. And then you can start to lower down to the elbows or maybe the arms out in front of you. 7 breaths, breathing into these old hips. You can always exhale through the mouth, kind of break the seal. Last few breaths here. Every breath is an opportunity to release a little bit more, even just in the mind. Oftentimes the mind is holding the body in these sticky shapes. So see how you can relax the mind and maybe relax the body here. We'll take one final breath. Now walk the hands in. And this time we'll lean over onto this right hip and we'll swing the left foot outside of the right thigh. This here is seated spinal twist. For those of us with particularly tight hips today, you can extend the bottom leg forward like so, okay? Otherwise, the left hand behind you is like a kickstand. And we'll wrap the right forearm in front of that shin. And as you get taller, inhale, hug the leg into your body, squeeze in. And as you exhale, you're gonna twist to the left and then push the leg out into your arm. It's really nice for that outer left hip. Inhale, get taller again, hug the leg in, and then exhale, push the leg out, twist a little deeper, all the while hugging this left hip down and back. One more time. Inhale, hug in. Exhale, twist over to the left, deeper. Good. Look forward. We'll take a counter twist, both hands to the right for one breath cycle. Back to center, and then we'll change the leg. So you'll cross the right foot outside of the left thigh now. I'll turn around so you can see me a little better. Right hand down behind your back. The left forearm wraps around that shin. Inhale, hug in, grow tall. Exhale, twist to the right, push the leg out into the arm. Again, inhale, hug in, grow tall. Exhale, push out, twist deeper. Right hip down and back. One more time. Inhale, hug in, grow tall. Exhale, twist deep. Look forward. Counter twist, hands to the left. One breath cycle. Come back to center. Okay, one more pose before we take rest. Baddha Konasana. This is our bound angle yoga pose, one of my favorites. Soles of the feet together, and you get to decide. You want to walk the heels in really close, or do you want to make more of a diamond shape? Both will be really nice for opening the hips and opening the groin. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, lengthen and fold in. Using the elbows to encourage the knees wider. And you can even have the hands on the feet like you're opening a book. So notice that when I pull my feet open, when I open that book, my knees automatically go down a little bit. Breathe here for 5, hips back, crown forward. Breathe for 4. Breathe for 3. I hope your hips feel happy. 2. One more big breath. Come all the way up. Hands outside the thighs. Close the knees. Wrap the arms around your legs. Take a deep breath in here. And a full breath out. Lift your head. We'll lower to the back, okay? You can draw your knees to your chest. Take a little squeeze. And maybe 3 knee circles in both directions. A little massage for the spine. And then we'll lower our knees over to the left, scoot the hips to the right, and then gaze over the right shoulder. Now you can just be like this, or if you want, you can wrap the right leg around the left. Go a little deeper into your spine. Free up the neck and make some space. One more breath. Good. Come back to center. If your legs are bound, unwind them. And then change sides. Knees to the right, hips to the left. And then gaze over your left shoulder. One more inhale. And one more exhale. Come back to center, unwind the legs. One more thing now, knees to your chest. Happy baby. Take a hold of the sides of the feet, pull your knees wide, and then push the feet into the hands. And right here, we're trying to ground the whole spine, including the sacrum, but my sacrum is up. So what I'm going to do is I'll walk my hands a little bit up my legs and then ground the whole spine. Widening the knees, drawing the knees down and in towards my armpits. This should feel so good. For 5. Breathe for 4. Last 3. 2. And 1. Slowly bring the soles of the feet together, the knees wide. So if you can comfortably stay here for a couple minutes, you're welcome to. This is Supta Baddha Konasana. Supta is reclined. Or you can extend the legs long for our Shavasana, okay? So you stay there. Take 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour if you've got it. And that is our practice today. Thank you, as always, for showing up. Thank you for being open to this expression of the practice and for opening those hips. They needed some love, and you've done good work today.